Welcome back to me in my living room. I'm just about to get started on a project that I've been needing to do for a little while now. I've been in need of a new everyday bag for a little while. I keep my bag very packed, especially living in the city. I just feel better about like having everything I could possibly need on me. I walk to get pretty much everywhere. This is my current everyday bag. My little pink checkin that I've had for a few years now. And I love this thing. I think it's really sweet. I love the color of it. I was thinking about this week because I have a gig that I am working on Tuesday, and this is probably the only bag I have well suited to carry everything I need to have with me. And I think I would just feel a little silly and unprofessional maybe showing up in my bright pink backpack. I think also just a lot of the outfits I have, maybe I don't always necessarily want to have something that's like such a choice. So I've been thinking about having something a bit more neutral for a while. My thought for the bag is that I just want something that's a bit like a messenger bag tote. I like to be able to carry it cross-body, so quite a long strap, just enough room to keep all my silly stuff that I haul with me all over the city. Trevor has made a few of these kinds of bags in the past. I think they're very cute. This is the fabric that I think we're working with. It's just like a brown corduroy, so it has a nice texture to it, but it's still pretty neutral. So that's what we're working on today. Just gonna get started on some project planning, fabric cutting, and go from there. So thanks, bye. Just finished cutting all of the fabric for like getting started on the bag. I have two pieces that make up like the front and the back part of the bag. Because it's quilted, both of the sides are gonna have like a front and then some batting in between, and then this to be like the inside facing part. So I have 4 of these identical pieces. I kind of base the size of them just off this other tote bag that I have that I really like. I do take this one out a lot for like getting groceries, and I like the size of it. It just doesn't zip, and then also has like the single shoulder straps, which is just not my favorite. But other than that, I'm kind of like basing the reference like sizes that I cut off of this. And then I also cut 2 of these, which is gonna make up the little quilted exterior pocket. But that's the plan as of now, once we get the machine up and running and finish the quilting part. Thanks. Bye. Good morning. We made a pretty good amount of progress on the bag. I have it like in my sewing machine right now, so I'm not gonna pull it out to show you. I'm about to get into sewing on my little over-the-shoulder crossbody strap for it. I'm about to go out somewhere that I really just want to be able to carry this bag with me. So I'm just trying to attach the straps to it really quick, but there are still like a few more finishing details that definitely need done on this. I hate having a bag that doesn't close on the top, especially when I'm out and taking public transit, but I realized that I don't have a zipper right now, like a neutral color. So we're gonna have to wait until next time I can go to the fabric store and grab some zippers to finish that part of it. We also have not attached the pocket yet. Trevor had attached it to the front of the bag like before sewing the whole thing together, but we were having trouble with his sewing machine yesterday. It's a little over 50 years old, so it needs a lot of upkeep and maintenance. He had just replaced a part on it, and so we were kind of like testing it out yesterday, but something just happened with that machine and this ended up coming off after the rest of the bag was already sewed together. So I'm gonna have to end up putting this on with hand stitching, but since it came off, I thought I would go ahead and take advantage of this, maybe take some time to put a little detail on the front pocket. I was thinking about doing like an embroidery or kind of quilt motif detail, but I actually just recently bought this little patch from an arts market, and I just had it hanging up on the wall in the living room, but I kind of have been wanting to use it as a patch on something for a sewing project. So I feel like I'm probably gonna take some time to stitch this on, and then I'm gonna have to have a day where I hand stitch this onto the front of the bag. So bag's not gonna be done today, but I'm gonna go ahead and just sew on the shoulder strap for myself to just make this something I can carry with me for today. So. There you go. The water is so sparkly. It's nice. The band, the movie, the show.
The show, the movie.
It was just like a new, like, I don't know, it's kind of in the same realm of comedy as like all the Tim Robbins. Good morning. I spent some time this morning getting back into working on the tote bag project. I mean, the bag was functional after I added the strap, so I've been getting to carry it out with me to run errands and things like that. And I do really like it. It fits really nicely. I also just recently got this pair of brown dock sandals that I really like, and I feel like this matches that look really well. But I just needed to come back and add on a couple of the finishing details. So this morning I sewed the little linocut patch onto the pocket, and I got to use my machine to sew that on, so it was really quick and easy. The main thing that still needed done was the front pocket needing to be attached. Both of the pieces, like the pocket and the bag, are both quilted, so it's 2 layers of the corduroy fabric, which is already pretty thick, and then the batting in between that. So it was just a lot for the needle to get through. I told myself that I was gonna do hand sewing for it, and that was gonna somehow make it easier. But even with using my thimble, it was still making me a little bit nervous about snapping a needle. But I ended up, basically Trevor ended up helping me out. So he did a mix of using my machine and then also hand sewing, and eventually got it on. I'm pretty much finished with it. I know I had mentioned definitely really wanting a zipper on the bag, and then also kind of wanting to have an interior pocket as well. I feel like after how much trouble it was getting the pocket on the outside, I don't know if I'm gonna want to add one to the interior or not. I still do really want my zipper though. The place that I buy my notions from is closed today, and I'm probably not going to get the chance to work on this again until next weekend. So I think for now I'm just going to enjoy it the way that it is. I'm glad I finally got around to working on this. It has definitely been on my list for a while. I think the patchwork detail adds a lot to it too, so I'm glad that I got to find something cool to use this for. I think this was a good project for it. I've also been working on this over the week. I included a couple clips of this, I think towards the beginning, because I was crocheting, just hanging out while Trevor was quilting the bag. But this is my first filet crochet project that I just started. Mostly I just picked this pattern because it seemed really simple. I wanted to pick something smaller. I have some bigger things that I definitely want to try to do with this kind of technique. I've been seeing a lot of cool projects with this style recently, patterns on Pinterest, Etsy, and I was really surprised to find out how super easy it is. I feel it's actually a really beginner friendly thing to do. You're really only doing 2 different stitches. So there's one kind of stitch that you do when you want to have an empty square, and then one that you do for a filled in square. And so it's just a little graph, and you just follow the rows, so it's lots of counting and keeping track of numbers. But aside from that, it's super simple. And this is the first one that I'm almost done with. This is a little dragonfly, and I'm probably just gonna hang it up on the wall in my living room. But I have a lot of this yarn that I'm using for it. With what I have left over, I want to try to make something similar, but as a bandana. I have a couple saved that is probably gonna be what I use. But that's everything about that, I guess. I'm really excited about my little bag. I think it's nice every now and then to work on a sewing project that is very practical, because it really is a good skill to have. I feel there's so many things I can make for myself now that I never would have thought about before. But those are the things I've been working on this week. If you made it this far in the video, please do leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know you're here. It means the world to me. Thank you so much as always for hanging out with me while I work on the things that I'm making, and I will see you soon. Bye.